It's Bitcoin, y'all. I'm your host, Zoom Out. Here to talk to you today about an investment strategy called dollar cost averaging. Just show you the power of it, what it does. This is not investment advice. If you decide that you want to buy Bitcoin, do that by talking to your financial advisor and deciding if that's right for your portfolio. So all dollar cost averaging is buying the same amount of something, of an asset, at a set amount that is recurring at a set time. So if you were going to do this in like buying a stock in the stock market, then you would buy the same amount, like $100, at a recurring time, once every month, the same day of the month, for a year. That would be an example of dollar cost averaging. So it can be over however much time, but it has to be a set amount and recurring. So that's the simple concept. I just want to talk to you today about what it does and why it's powerful. What it does is it finds the average of the price. And why that's powerful is it protects you when you're investing from volatility. So it protects your money and it protects your emotions. So what do I mean? I'm going to give you I looked up a chart on Bitcoin, assuming you dollar cost averaged over the past 6 months. And that's a good time period to illustrate how powerful this tool, this investment strategy is. Because 6 months ago, the price of Bitcoin was $62,858 for one Bitcoin. Now, I've spoken in past videos about the fact that each Bitcoin is divisible to 8 decimal points, and you can purchase as little as 50 cents or $1 worth of Bitcoin at a time. But the price of one Bitcoin was $62,858, and today it's $42,420.40 when I looked it up today. So this is a very volatile asset. It goes up and down in price, but the chart has generally been up and to the right over time. It's been in existence for 13 years, and you've seen it grow in value over time. So the change from the 62,000 to the 42,000 is 32.5%. So it's gone down in price 32%. So if you would have bought $1,000 worth 6 months ago, you would have 32% less today. Now, if you would have divided that $1,000 up and bought at recurring intervals over the course of 6 months, you would have a very different outcome. So the monthly chart, if you were to have bought the same amount every month for 6 months, and let's say that was $10 to make it simple. After 6 months, you would have invested $60. And because you're finding the average and you're buying it when it's down and when it's up and when it's down and when it's up, you would have $59 today. You would have lost $1 if you cashed out. If you went back to cash and sold the Bitcoin you bought, you would lose $1. So that's basically 0%. It's almost nothing. If you would have bought weekly for 6 months, you would have put $260 in, and you would have $257 today. So you would have lost 1%. Not quite, but about 1%. And if you would have done it daily, $10 a day over the course of 6 months, then you would have put $1,820 worth of Bitcoin worth of cash that you used to buy Bitcoin, and you would have $1,796 today, which is a loss of about 1%. So in a time period where Bitcoin lost its total value of 32%, you would have only lost 1% or less. Now, the emotional side of that is that it allows you to invest without looking at it, because let's say you had bought it all at 6 months ago and then it lost 32%, but you believe in it. You believe that in a year or in 2 years it's going to go up in value and you're still going to have made money long term, and you were looking to save that money anyway. That still emotionally can be very difficult to look and say, oh, I lost 30% of my money. That doesn't feel good. Whereas if you would have done it by dollar cost averaging, then you can say, okay, I've protected my money. Because I'm finding the average on a volatile asset, I've protected some of my money, and I still believe it's going to go up over time. But I'm not down 30%, I'm down 1%. And I'm still buying it. I'm still buying that $10 a week. And I'm still finding that average. And the next time it runs up, I'm going to get that benefit. That's the power of it. That's the concept of it. It's called dollar cost averaging. It works on any asset, not just Bitcoin. But the point of it is it takes the volatility out, protects your money, and it protects your emotional attachment to that money. So, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you want to hear more videos, hit subscribe. Thank y'all for listening today. And yeah, I'll be back.